We got to have you here to talk about those Cowboys. In your opinion, are they being overrated after their Week 1 performance?
Totally overrated. Shannon, you know what we call this?
What?
That win over the Giants? This is NFL welfare. If you were to take that win and you would go to the store, you couldn't get cigarettes or liquor. That you know it.
That's really bad. Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
But come on, the Giants are awful. Seriously.
Awful.
Awful, Skip. And just, they're at home. They get Zeke back, right? They have everything going for them. And if you want to watch the video, and I'm not, how many of those receivers were wide open, Shannon? Just wide open. Skip, you could have made those passes. That's how bad the Giants' defense was. You could have. And here's the other one before you celebrate. Dak Prescott with his second career 400-yard game, his second career 4-touchdown game. Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's a pretty bad quarterback in the league, you know, last year alone in 8 games had 4 400-yard games. In 3 of those games, he had 4 touchdowns, okay? And Skip, the difference, I do look at who you beat and the level of the competition. To me, that's where I judge you. And in Ryan Fitzpatrick's case, 3 of those 4 400-yard games came against the Saints, the Steelers, and the Eagles. You look at this Giants win, and, yeah, you're supposed to beat the also-rans and the bad teams, so I'm not knocking you. I'll never poo-poo winning. So they won, tip your cap, but I'm not going to celebrate a big win over a terrible team, and that's what the Giants
I ain't tipping my cap.
Wait a second, Rob. Your eyes tell you the Cowboys are what kind of team? 8-8, 7-9, 6-10?
9-7, but they don't make the playoffs.
Oh, boy, he's really
I'm being
optimistic.
fair, 9-7, but no playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody came out here that was objective, and I tried to tell you that.
Yeah.
That was a bad team. Skip, you know the Giants are bad. You know it. They're going to pick top 5 again. That defense is terrible, and you lost 2 of its best players with Landon Collins and Olivier Vernon, and you thought they were going to get better. How?
Is it my turn?
No, it's not your turn.
Oh.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And you over there overrated. We're going to the Super Bowl. The betting odds are down to 16-1. Yeah, because Vegas says, you know what? Because I heard them Cowboys win 1 game. And here come everybody dropping their $5 and $10 down. Oh, the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl.
They want that money,
No,
the Cowboy money. They want it from the fans, like Skip Bayless.
Beating a bad team at home, which the Giants clearly are. What do you think the Giants record is going to be? 7-9, 6-10, 5-11. I think more in line with 5-11.
Maybe.
And you over there doing handstand cartwheel, no hand backwards flip like Simone Biles.
Which division are they in? Help me out.
Yeah, your division. So that's 2 easy victories.
Division rival.
They ain't no division rival.
Yeah.
Okay. Michigan and Ohio State is a division rival. When was the last time Michigan beat Ohio State?
Well, what's the point?
My point is
They're not rivals anymore.
When you're Skip. First of all, the hammer and the nail can never have a rivalry. We know how this is going to end. The Giants haven't been a Cowboys rival in a very long time. You know they're bad, but you want to put we beat the Giants. That's a division rival. So what? They haven't been good in the last long time, and you know
when Jerry World opened that night and Eli was there.
That was 2009.
He signed his name on his locker.
Skip Bayless,
still there.
Skip, that was 11 years ago. And you're still talking about that.
He managed to beat Dak in Dak's debut, his opening rookie game.
Managed.
Remember that? Yeah, he managed.
You know what, Skip? You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
All we did was win the division.
And the Cowboys have the easiest schedule. They get the Giants, Washington, and the Dolphins in the first 3 weeks of the season. And like you said, when they sign Zeke back, it's going to be like a bomb detonating in that locker room.
Yep.
They signed it right before the season.
Where do they go in week 4? To New Orleans.
Oh, they take an L.
It's a little bit more.
Then
yes.
they have to play the Rams and the Vikings.
Then the real season starts.
They'll be visiting my restaurant, and I'll make sure I have plenty of L's to serve them.
I thought you don't serve L's.
No, I don't serve QBR anymore.
QBR's off the menu.
Yeah.
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's your turn.
You got this.
The Giants' defense is, first of all, it's a professional football defense. And guess who's in their line? The 17th overall pick, Dexter Lawrence from Clemson. He's really good. He was out there the whole game the other day, wasn't he? You know, does that count?
Stop, Skip.
Is Alec Ogletree, wasn't he a former first-round pick of the Rams? Is he any good? I think he's really good. How about the guy you have raved about for years on this show, Janoris Jenkins, Jackrabbit? He's got cuffs. He puts cuffs on Dez Bryant. He said last week he's going to put the cuffs on Amari Cooper. First play of the game, my guy Dak Prescott, he says, You know what? I'm going to show you. That was for you. He says, first play, let's run an out on Janoris. Singled out, man-to-man, boom, to Amari for 13 yards, just to say, Shannon, you got this? New day, new deal. Watch this. Okay. And then what about Jabril Peppers? I love Jabril Peppers.
Really?
He's a first-round pick. He was a 25th overall pick. He was in that secondary. Antoine Bethea, I've always respected him as a safety. He was starting out there. You don't think that's a credible defense?
No.
My offense is explosive, and it exploded all over the NFL and all over you and all over you. And I love that you're on the show today because my guys, my Cowboys, they watch our show, and they needed one big healthy dose of straight Cowboy hate right here, right now, just to get them ready for a dangerous game at Washington. You want to talk about blood rivalry? Arch rivals.
You want to talk about a bad franchise that's been bad for 20 years? Kid Shannon, they haven't made the playoffs back-to-back years in like 25 years, the Redskins. You really going to tell me that they're a rival to the Cowboys?
So this man across from me many times has told me that my quarterback cannot throw. You said he cannot throw.
That's that.
Okay, so what have we seen for the last now 11 games, 10 last year, the last 10 games last year after he got Amari Cooper, he finally got a legit, bona fide, genuine, number one ace receiver. I can throw it to that guy. I trust him. He loves me. I love him. We are connected. We're on the same wavelength. He never had that with Dez Bryant. He took off over the last 10 games, not 2 or 3, 10 games.
All right, but Skip, if that's the case, when the Athletic did that thing with the 55 executives and coaches, that came before the start of this season. So if they looked at those 10 games, how did they still have them as a third-tier quarterback with those 10 games you're talking about? What
was the first anonymous quote that the Dak section, what did they use in the Athletic? I'm going to paraphrase it, but the guy said, you know what? He may just show you he's a Tier 1 quarterback this year because he's got the capability.
But they all put him in Tier 3.
Right? So the last 10 games last year, he led the National Football League in completions and in what Pro Football Focus calls catchable passes, catchable balls. So he did it again. And then he throws for 400 in game 1, and you say, we still don't believe. What do your eyes keep telling you? He can just throw the heck out of it. No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
They are, Skip. At least admit that.
I didn't see him throw the ball against Indy. Remember when they went to Indy? Did he throw the ball up there? Did they have Amari?
They were not ready. They had all but clinched the division. I told you, that's a young football team that does not know how to get ready for games that you got to get ready for.
That's what I'm counting.
And they lost 23-0.
In the playoffs, once they stopped Zeke, that game was over. You know that?
Over.
It was over. Seattle in a playoff game? Yeah, they did. Who took the game over?
Skip, Zeke ran for 121 yards.
Exactly.
My quarterback made the plays of the game.
Was it with his arm or was his leg, Skip?
Yeah, we took the throw the ball.
Remember that 3rd and 16? Remember
Third
that?
and 14.
Yeah, I think it was 16.
Yeah, because he ran for 16. He ran for 16.
Yeah. Well,
that was one of the luckiest plays I've seen.
So my quarterback has become the face of the franchise, the leader of the franchise, and he has finally at his fingertips real weapons. What did I tell you all offseason? I told you Randall Cobb was a big upgrade. I like Cole Beasley. I like him, but I don't love him. But I love Randall Cobb because you can even run him on jet sweeps. They had all kinds of new action.
And he can throw the ball.
What did I tell you? He can throw the ball. Yeah. And what did I keep telling you through the offseason? Who will emerge as the deep threat in this offense? Michael Gallup. What did you see?
Yeah.
Gallup. He was galloping all day.
But I could have gotten down the field on them DBs. They were terrible. Yeah.
You're calling Janoris terrible after you put him in the Hall of Fame?
Janoris Jenkins is one guy, and he didn't have his best day. But what about the other guys?
He didn't have his best day.
Jabril Peppers and Bethea, they're looking at each other as they go. Amari Cooper go right down the middle of the field.
Wide open.
Just like a lot of safeties are going to be looking at themselves.
I doubt it. I doubt that.
Really?
I doubt that.
They better win all 3 of these games because they got nothing but cupcakes. So many cupcakes on the schedule. I got a toothache already.
Yeah, he opened up a bakery.
Yeah, and Sunday we just had Cabo Zeke because he was not ready to play on Sunday. Watch as he slowly plays his way into shape.
You know.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you're going to be in huge trouble. We got at least top 2 offensive line, and you saw it in action because Travis Frederick is back. And I kept telling you the whole offseason, beware of Kellen Moore. He will unleash this offense in ways you have never seen under the former coordinator, Scott Linehan, who was meat and potatoes. He's just splashing gravy now all over it.
Well, your guy, that's all he could serve because that's all you guy knew how to cook was country food, meat and potatoes.
Okay, well, you like it.
Creative.
I do.
All right, Rob likes it. I know that.
And we hadn't mentioned the interview that Dak did with Aaron Andrews that we saw. I saw a confident quarterback, not concerned about any of the outside
don't worry
noise.
about that money.
I felt like it was the most, I don't know, he came across so mature of who he was for that team.
Is correct.
Well,
and
he's in
I
line
thought that
for a
was
big
really
payday.
telling, though, about how he came across.
But
I know what's happening. Deep down, you're thinking, oh, no. Because you saw him in action on Sunday, and he threw with authority.
So Skip, do we have
confidence?
Do we have a bet for this year?
What's the bet?
About
Just
they're
make
not
the playoffs?
They're not going to make it to the Super Bowl.
No, we just got to make the playoffs.
Well,
Wait, you
that's
just
the
said
Super Bowl pick. Yeah.
You
wait a
said the
second.
Super Bowl
You
pick.
just said they
You
weren't
don't
even
have
make
no.
it. No, well, why would I do that when you're on record before me? You said they will miss the playoffs.
They will miss.
I'll just make the playoffs.
No, I want you said they're going to the
come on.
Super Bowl. You don't
he got to
want
go at 12-4 too.
Come on,
No,
Skip.
I'm not. I can't. I'm going to jinx. I don't want to jinx my pick. That would jinx
Skip,
it.
don't you
I'm
have
on
them as a
record.
Super-
They are going to the Super
Okay,
Bowl.
let's just
I don't
put
want to
that.
bet you on it.
Better bet
Why?
You're bad luck.
Trying to stir the pot
You're
over
the
there,
one
Rob.
who already you said right off the bat.
I picked them not to
you
make the
said
playoffs.
maybe 9-7.
I got 9-7. I picked,
Wherever
I
they play
picked
on the road in the
Eagles.
playoff, I'm sending Jenny.
All right, how about this? How about
sending Jenny to the
time.
game.
They won't win the NFC East.
Okay.
They won't
What's
win
the other
division.
bet we have that the Patriots won't win the AFC?
No, they won't. Right.
No, you said they won't get to the AFC game, right?
Championship.
Is that what
game.
it was?
Yes, I think. Okay, so since I got that one, I'll bet you Super Bowl. Thank you.
Whoa! Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.